Oh my God, you guys come and sit down and shut the door. There is another crazy update coming from the Coldplay couple. You know, the people that the whole, at least America, but I'm about to say the world knows what happened at the Cowboy Play concert. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people were looking at the CEO saying, oh my God, are you that stupid? You had to resign from your position as CEO. Your wife is about to take you for half of everything you own because there was no prenup, literally. The head of HR was hugged up with you. I do want to say one thing, right? How hugged up were those people and swaying and looking in love that out of a concert with 50,000 people, the people with the light looked and said, them, they embody everything we feel whenever we hear Yellow from Coldplay. But forget all that because, baby, there is a new big loser. Y'all, do you know that the woman that was hugged up with the CEO, do you know that she
Present,
just
and no longer
married
has a
into the
voice who will
oldest and
pursue
wealthiest
justice for
family
her
in Boston that are
accusation.
worth about 15? Do
As
you
of the
know
Aiken
that she
against Diddy,
fumbled
no
generational wealth?
expansion of the
She fumbled
investigation,
a
no
legacy.
isolation
And
orders,
what's more, she
no equipment
exposed herself
access,
as
no
maybe a
suspension of
shameless
attorney
little hussy.
communication.
Because here's the thing, we're about to get into what her family's history is. And by family, I use that term loosely because those divorce papers are on there. And I am sure there are plenty of mistresses waiting in the wings. Because one thing we know about old money families, baby, old money means you can get a new mistress wherever you want. We've all heard that the upper crust likes to swap and turn. Do you not know that you need to cheat and do it respectfully? The hell is wrong with this woman? And she's about to be unemployed. She is out on, so that means they just wait until they can fire her so she can't. Her husband's about to kick her out. And on top of that, the one thing old money families fear is public shame and humiliation. And she bought that all one. Y'all, let's get into this because honestly, I truly don't understand. But let me tell you about Miss Cat. And I use that term loosely because she's probably going to snatch that last name from her. You know that she's only been married into that family since somewhere around 2022, maybe even 2023. Okay. So you haven't even been married long enough to get any real money and any type of spousal support. And usually, old money families, their prenups are ironclad. Do you know? I'm saying. So I think she's probably going to leave penniless. On top of that, I think the family is really, really upset and they might be trying to destroy her. But get this, do you know how she met her husband, right? So she was married to another man in 2020. While she was married to another man, she literally joined the advisory board for Privateer Rum. That's how this family makes their money, the alcohol brand, right? But 6 generations in, she literally started as the advisory board in Pirate Rum. Now, something happened with that marriage and she decided to file for divorce. And then very soon after filing for divorce in 2022, I believe in 2023, she married one of the heirs to the Privateer Rum fortune. Now, after she got married, right, she went on to do her own thing. She wanted independence. So, what did she do? She went into astronomer, whatever that company is, and she started as the H of the head of H. She started going to romantic Coldplay concerts and being hugged up with the CEO. Now, we do not know the nature of their relationship. They look like they were very cozy. And as Chris Martin said, they're either really shy or they're having an affair. But all jokes aside, this woman fumbled the bag so much. I think she might have a mental illness. I don't understand. Why did she do it though? Why did she do it? Did he cheat on her and she wanted to feel pee? Why did you just got married? You should still be in the newly glove. What is going on? You got divorced in 2022 after being on the advisory board and catching that CEO's attention, who was the one of the heirs to the fortune. And now you're with the new company, a new CEO, but up to your old tricks. Girl, Lil Hussy, we got your number. Y'all, let's get into this because I swear you cannot make this up. On top of that, I will say one thing. She is done with that family because I was like, well, maybe her husband is like forgiving. Maybe he's like, we'll work this out as a family. No, because this is directly from the New York Post. They said the HR exempt and Coldplay cheating scandal married into one of the oldest, wealthiest families in Boston. The Cabots speak only to God was the actual quote. Now, I don't know much about Boston. I don't know much about the Cabots, and far be it from me to want to disgrace their legacy. But do you think that the Cabots were the ones that gave all this information to the New York Post? Because who the hell is walking down Southeast and South Boston, South and Boston? And somebody's like, hey, do you know the
Present,
cabbage?
and no longer has a voice who will
But they
pursue
only see the
justice
cab.
for her
I can't even
accusation.
do a Boston accent.
As of the
The
taken against
cabbage only
Diddy,
speak to
no
God.
expansion
You
of the
really expect
investigation,
us to believe
no
anybody
isolation
in
orders,
Boston
no
is
equipment
walking around
access,
saying that.
no
Cabbage,
suspension
shut
of
up, I
attorney
got it.
communication.
I guess. Anyway, they said she married into one of the oldest and wealthiest families in Boston. And where is it? Like the allegedly jilted husband touts his family lineage as a sixth-generation owner of the long-standing rum brand founded by the original Andrew Catt. Does anybody drink Cabot rum? I'm not a rum drinker. I don't really be it. I mean, unless it's absolute used to be Shiro used to, unless it's like a name that like I've known for a while, but I don't know. Sounds familiar. You know, when I first heard it, when I first heard her last name was Cabot, I was like the butter for Cabot, rise. And everybody was like, no dummy, the rum baron. I literally thought it was Cabot curries, like, you know, the butter they sell at Costco's. Those I said the butters. Oh my God, but you know, that's why you got to do your research anyway, right? They said the Cabot fortune has transcended generations, and that's 15.4 billion in 2025. It's not clear when Christian Andrew got actually married, but it's at least the second marriage for both. They said the previous divorce was finalized in 20. Again, listen, I'll tell you one thing she can do, because people like to listen to anyone. She should go on TikTok and tell how she bad, not one but two. See, something tells me, even though she is still using her profile pic for 20 years ago, they both were. Because when you look at their old work profile pics, Mao, I don't know what was she doing. I don't even want to know what she was doing. Anyway, they said Kristin. Sorry guys. They said Christian. Her now deleted LinkedIn account showed that she has served as an advisory board member at Privateer One SEC. September 2020. That's probably how she met her husband. Property records showed that they bought a $2.2 million house on the New Hampshire coast. Damn. Earlier this year, the Cabot family is one of the original Boston Brahmin clans that controlled New England for centuries. A club so old, waspy, and distinguished that the Irish Catholic Kennedys are left out in the cold. Okay, so clearly her husband gave this, because why are you giving us your family lore? But we love to see. The family made its fortune in suit known colloquially in industry circles as carbon black, a key ingredient in car tires, and dates back to New England for 10 generations. The family members have been behind a slew of businesses across New England, including a run company. The family patriarch Samuel kick-started the family's fortune by marrying Elisa Perkins, the daughter of a wealthy merchant trainer. Okay, he clearly gave this background info, but that's okay. The family is so well known in Boston. It's said locally that the Cabbage speak only to God, as a local poem goes. And this is good old Boston, the home of the bean and the cod, where the lost talk only to the cabs
Taken against
and
Diddy.
the cabs talk
No expansion
only
of the
to god.
investigation,
The cabbage of
no isolation
yesteryear were
orders,
seafarers of
no
merchants
equipment access,
who
no suspension of attorney
in the slave
communication.
and opium trade in the early 19th century. I knew you don't get 15 billion by slinging rum, cause I ain't never seen cabbage rum in the club. I'm just saying they share portions of their largest over the years. Anyway, the husband, I'm assuming he sourced the New York Post article, wants us to know that he ain't no average ninja, and she fumbled a bag. And you know what? I got to agree with them. This is one of the messiest cheating scandals ever, but she did fumble a bag. And for what? Another woman's man. Oh my God, that he ran and hid and didn't even protect her. But you know what? That's none of my business. But we will be following this story close. I'll talk to y'all later.